Alright, this game is called Dance Dance Detective. There's a demo, the demo of this game. It is a investigation pixel graphics game where you're a dance teacher on a cruise ship full of murder suspects, wacky murder suspects, and you coax confessions out of them on the dance floor. I think something like that. I'm not really sure. The premise looked interesting, so here we are. It is about an hour long, they say. I'm not good at rhythm games, so hopefully the rhythm game part isn't too difficult. Please note that this is a pre-alpha prototype demo made in 3 months. Have fun, wishlist, and report backs. Yeah, 10 more minutes. Not now, Ma. I don't want to go to school today. Whoa! Damn it, I overslept. Jean, is that you? I know, I had to rush to the telephone as soon as I could to stop the ringing. I know. PTSD, telephone and alarm clock sound effects. Morning, Chief, what's on your mind? Jean, I've been on the line for almost 2 minutes. You weren't sleeping in, were you? Certainly not, Chief. I was just doing calisthenics. Calisthenics. Morning exercises. Calisthenics. Sure you were. I assume you reviewed the case files? The case files? I forgot all about them. The Chief will kill me if he finds out. Jean, the case files? You know me, Chief. I can't actually read. I know, Jean, but you're a loose cannon and you get results. The fact that you can read's never stopped you before and it won't stop you now. Let me give you the facts. 2 weeks ago, the millionaire Stephanie Delafontaine was murdered. She was head scientist of the Bolero Chocolate Company. She was murdered in the family mansion. Ooh, fun music. Is it too loud? There were only 8 other people in the building when it happened. 8 suspects. They all look like ghosts. I'll turn it down a little bit in OBS. I don't seem to have an option here to turn it down. Every single one of them has some connection to the Bolero Chocolate Company, and right now, every single one of them is on that ship with you. I only arrived on this cruise late last night, so I didn't have a chance to see any of them yet. Every year, the Bolero Company sends its entire executive team on a luxury cruise, team building or something. That's why you're there. You're undercover. Your mission is to find out who killed Miss Delafontaine. So, someone on this ship is a murderer? Exactly. It has to be one of them. We need to work out who. There's just one wrinkle. The Bolero Chocolate Company chartered the entire top deck of the ship, you see. There are no other guests. The only guests are the suspects. That means we couldn't get you an ordinary ticket, so you're going to be posing as staff. I understand, Chief. What's my role? Fry cook, stage musician, deck sweeper? You aren't going to like it burning, but it was the only option we could find at short notice. You're going to be posing as the ballroom dancing instructor. You're going to have to become the dance detective. You still there, burning? Chief, you know I swore I'd never dance again. Ballroom dancing ruined my life. I understand that, burning, but right now it's our only option. But Chief, I don't know anything about ballroom dancing. That part of my life is behind me. Well, you'll just have to learn on the job. We don't have a lot of time. The cruise is 5 days long. 5 days to find the killer. Right now, the suspects will be having their breakfast in the dining hall. You best go have a look at them. Your first dance class is in an hour. A lot rides on this, burning. Don't let me down. I won't let you down, sir. Attaboy, go get him, Taiyi. Guess it wouldn't hurt to take a quick look at the case notes. Even though I cannot read. Information about the murder. 2 weeks ago, the millionaire Stephanie Delafontaine was murdered. She was head scientist of the Bolero Chocolate Company. She was murdered in family mansion. Blah, 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 blah. We've read this. Emmeline Delafontaine. Stephanie Delafontaine. Oh, this is one of the suspects. Emmeline Delafontaine. I still don't know much about her. Blonfinda Delafontaine. Hildaria Rosette Sledge. Haska Darmania. He looks like he's a seer. Jubilee Darmania. Rudo Sidewalk Fort. Sidewalk Fort. Treasures Delafontaine. Throby Sambez. Bubblegum guy. Okay. Let's go back to bed. Oh, we can't. Wait, 12 was my room, right? Oh yeah, I can't enter any of the other doors. What was that? Someone screamed? Sounds like it came from the first floor. I think that's where the dining hall is. Time to go back to bed. I don't want any of this. Goodbye. It sounded like a duck. Dining hall, lower deck. Lower deck. Nothing here at all for now. Remember that elevator game? I wonder how well it's doing. This is the dance studio, I think, but I should investigate the breakfast hall at the other end of the corridor first. I need to find out who screamed and why. I think it was the first game I had where the developer said thank you after the game. After I posted the demo. It's simply a scandal, a disaster, an outrage. A terrible crime has been committed. My priceless lemon china ballerina statuette has been stolen, right out of my cabin. Oh my gosh, Hildaria, are you okay? Which way did the thief go? We can chase him down. I don't know, I was asleep. The thief broke into my room in the night and took it. So if it happened last night, why did you scream just now? Because I wanted to get everyone's attention. It was the only way. A stolen statuette, interesting. Time for a little eavesdropping. Right, because I'm not actually a detective. Officially. There, Hildaria, don't get yourself worked up. I'm sure we'll find the lemon ballerina. It's not just any ballerina, Rudo. It's a one-of-a-kind lemon china ballerina statuette. It was given to me by the Princess of Sweden after I introduced her to her husband-to-be. It's a priceless work of art. I don't understand why everyone isn't up in arms searching for it. I mean, look at the ghastly little intern that Blonfinda's been carrying on with. Flaunting their affair for all to see, as if nothing was happening. I don't think Troby's an intern, Hilts. He's been promoted. It's still not appropriate. Blonfinda is a senior manager. And don't you dare call me Hilts. People thinking Troby and Blonfinda are having an affair the other day. Intriguing. What? Affair? Whatever this is, I don't have the other end of the clue yet. Trust Hildaria to make our honeymoon all about her. This isn't really our honeymoon, Jubilee dear. Once the company cruise is out of the way, we'll vanish off to some quiet island somewhere. It sounds wonderful, Hasker. We did the wedding in such a rush. I feel we've hardly had time to see one another since the murder. Don't worry, darling. There are fair seas ahead. Ah, so these two are newlyweds. It's like the crime of the century, dear. Seriously, Dad? Your daughter was murdered 2 weeks ago. And you're saying this is the crime of the century? Word. It's been a wild century. You're ridiculous. Then again, there is some truth to what you're saying. I feel like ever since Stephanie and Haskell got divorced, everything's been chaos. A wild century indeed. someone named Haskell was married to the victim at some point. Hang on, there's something going on here. I've heard a few different things about the Haskell guy. Let's see if I can put together some facts. Put some facts together. What kind of sound effect is that? So this guy Haskell was married to the victim at some point, but since the murder, he's got remarried. Yeah, it is amazing. That sound effect reminded me of Hidden Folk. You know that West Waldo kind of game on Steam. They have a lot of the developer did a lot of so that game has a lot of sound effects like that as well. Whereas that's a developer going, ew. It's obviously voiced by the same person, but he's making all the noises of like things falling over, cupboards opening, whatever noise the game requires. He voiced it like in a ridiculous way, semi ridiculous way, and used all those sound effects for his game. It's very charming. I need to learn more about what's going on. Perhaps I can get some more information if I discreetly ask someone. A tall fellow with a headband looks approachable. I have to dust off those undercover acting skills. Enjoying your breakfast there, blonde Finda? Yes, Trovi, I am. It's just wonderful. What's up with these two? It's like they're on a whole different cruise. Hey brother, what's up? I don't think I've seen you around before. Are you new? Sure am, pal. I'm the new dance instructor. I'll be leading a ballroom dancing classes. Right on. I mean, the only real music is rock and roll, but I can get down with some tango from time to time. We'll be starting today with the English waltz. Cause that's the only dance I can remember. Hey, but do you mind if I ask you a question before we get started? Depends on the question, bro. How can I get him to reveal something useful about the family? Ask who the killer is. So, who killed her? Ain't that a $50 million question? If I knew, I'd tell ya. Everyone keeps saying us to be one of us. The 8 people here were the only people in the building when it happened, you know. Hi, Amy. How are you doing? Some are old family friends and some are new acquaintances. Acquaintances is spelled wrongly. Very common typo. I don't think anybody here is a killer. Let's see what happens if I apply this in your mom. Ask about the history of the Bolero Chocolate Company. Oh, there's too much history at Bolero, brother. If I started talking about it now, we'd be here all day. Some of the stories I could tell would curl your toes, bro. Suffice it to say, there's some dark secret at Bolero, bro. Real nasty stuff. I shouldn't even be talking about it. I'm doing well, thank you. Yo, you're only IDK today? Pretend I didn't say anything. Anyway, that's what Haskell and Stephanie broke up over. A dark secret, eh? I'll keep listening. They kept working together, but they lived apart, and every time they talked, it was cold and to the point. So when Haskell and Jubilee became a couple, there were no hard feelings. Nobody was surprised when Haskell and Jubilee got married so soon after Stephanie's death. The wedding was already booked. Stephanie was invited even. She would have been Jubilee's maid of honor. Oh. So it's all good. Nobody's gonna get their feelings hurt. The happy couple are dancing the waltz together. This is all very interesting. Thanks for letting me know. No worries, cowboy. Wow, that's a lot of information. That guy sure loves the sound of his own voice. So, the company is a dark secret. That sounds like something I should investigate. Maybe after I grab a bite. I don't think these two fit. The sound effects are so good, huh? Okay. Grab a bite, they say. Hold it. Where do you think you're going? To get some breakfast? Oh, you're the ballroom instructor, right? Sure am. The name's Jean. Hang on a moment, Jean. Let me introduce you. Everybody listen up. I just wanted to say I know we've had a bad year. We're all cut up about what happened to Stephanie. Bad choice of words. From him, not the developer, from him. And we're all worried about the future. Not to mention my stolen statuette. A truly chilling crime. Sure, Hildaria, we're also very shaken up about your stolen statuette. And in this environment, I feel like ballroom dancing is a low priority, but no. Bolero Company executives learning to ballroom dance on a corporate summer cruise is a decades old tradition. If anything, the only way to truly respect Stephanie's memory is to keep the tradition alive. So, without further ado, let me introduce your instructor. I'm excited to learn along with you because I can barely remember to think about how it's done. Really, I hardly think it's appropriate for us to have a dance lesson when my beloved lemon china ballerina statuette is missing. Listen, Hildaria, we all understand you're upset, but what are we supposed to do? This guy's a dance instructor, not a detective. Just let him do his job, okay? He'll do us all good to blow off some steam. Well put, sir. Now, if you all follow me to the studio. The dance studio's the other way, guy. Of course it is. Silly me, right this way. But what about my breakfast? What about my food? Don't I get to eat? No breakfast. Well, we'll have breakfast after lunch. Emmy, we're playing all detective demos today. This is the second one of 4. Well, hopefully 4. Off we go to the dance lesson. I'm excited for the lesson. Did I hear you say we were doing the English waltz? I doubt we'll be 4 at this rate, yeah. We sure are. Why don't we just get started? Nah, never mind about yesterday. It's been forever since I last did any dancing. Let's see what I can remember. There's a move called a box, isn't there? It's pretty simple. You just step up and right, then down and left, so it's to make a little box on the floor. I should start making him do boxes, the most simple move. Alright class, we'll some simple boxes first. We'll do some simple boxes first. Start dancing when I say go. Press space, E, left click to hit a note. So I don't actually have to do left, right or whatever, it's just space. Nice. What happens if I fail? I guess this is a good opportunity to examine the dancers a little more closely. That's interesting. The boss looks a little unsteady on his feet. I wonder why. I'll ask him. Sir, are you alright? You look a little unsteady. Don't worry about me, my good fellow. Just a touch of seasickness is all. There's a bird on his head. Oh, there's a bird on her head. I didn't sleep a wink last night, in fact. Spent the whole night on deck throwing up. So he was up all night on deck, huh? Could be a clue. Good work so far, class. Now for the next figure. Isn't this fun, Plumfinda? Sure. Whatever you say, Troby. Started a K-drama called CA $hero, Cash Hero. The character has superpowers, but he can't use them unless he has money, tens of pockets. Then the money disappears and leaves a few cards behind. That's amazing. I mean, that's amazing. It's like a superhero with extra steps. There's something up with the couple in the middle. I feel like I need to give that woman with the triangular hair a chance to show what's really on her mind. I think there's a move called the underarm turn, which gives the follower a chance to express themselves. Why don't I try adding that to the figure? Oh. Reset. Hands. Alright, let's add some underarm turns. Keep them nice and expressive. I want to see what happens if we fail. So I'm going to fail this. On purpose. Try again. Okay, so you can't actually fail it. No, you cannot add a death. No, nobody's dying here, Satina. I think you just need a positive score, but I'm not really sure. The rhythm is dying. Hey, this seems to be working. Something's certainly happening there. Look at that. Whenever Blomfinda is out of Trophy's line of sight, her face completely changes. The expression on the face is pure hatred. But the minute they're back together, she's pretending it's fine again. One thing's for certain, this couple aren't the picture of bliss they're trying to project. Excuse me. Yes? Can we please sadder music? I don't feel like listening to happy music when my lemon china ballerina statuette is still missing. Certainly. Okay, I've already learned some interesting stuff by observing these folks. These folks. Let's see what else I can learn. Tragus keeps looking up at the air vents for some reason. I'll try dancing him towards them. Let's see if that reveals anything. There's a move called the forward progressive that will move the couples up towards the wall. But you need to pair it with a back progressive or else the dance won't look nicely. Let's make a figure with both a forward progressive and a back progressive in it. Huh? Sure. Alright, let's get some movement into the routine. I want to see you sweeping across the floor. Let's see how close to a score of 0 I can get. I get 5 points for hitting and 10 for missing. Minus 10 for missing. Oh, I should have let the last one go. It's a dinosaur game called Code Violet and apparently has mixed reviews. You should try it. We definitely haven't tried any dinosaur demos yet. Yeah, he suddenly seems agitated whenever he dances towards the air conditioner. Everything alright there, sir? There's something in the vents, man. It's the squirrels. They've been hunting me since the 70s. Why do you say that? Cause I wronged their leader, dude. I besmirched the sovereignty squirrel nation. No, I mean, why do you think they're in the vents? Cause I heard them, dude. All night long scrabbling and scheming. I thought we were squirrels, but it looks like this guy heard something in the vents last night. That is definitely a clue. Alright folks, that's a wrap. Really great stuff, well done. Excuse me, Mr. Dance Instructor, but can you tell us the timetable for the private lessons? Private lessons? Sure. Every year on a cruise we do a big group lesson in the morning, and then every afternoon a different couple gets a private class. It's tradition. Oh, of course, the private lessons. How could I forget? Of course, there will be private lessons every afternoon. So, whose turn is it today? I don't have my notes on me right now, miss. Remind me of your name? Why, Jubilee Darmani, of course. I've taken my darling Hasker's name. Of course. Well, Miss Darmania, I'll need to check my notes, but I'll inform the relevant couple during lunch. Okay, sure thing. Thanks, honey. A private lesson sure could be a useful way to get some extra information out of a suspicious couple. Alright, see you later. Right, let's review what we've learned. Firstly, someone stole a lemon china ballerina statuette from Hildaria last night. Finding out who stole it might lead me to a clue about the killer. Everyone thinks Blomfinda, the corporate manager, is having an affair with Troby, the former intern. There's some kind of tension in the company that led to Hasker, the CEO, and Stephanie, the victim, separating. Then from the dance lesson, I learned a few other things. Hasker, the CEO, and the victim's ex-husband was on deck all night with seasickness. Tragus, the victim's father, heard noises in the air vent last night. And Blumfinder, the corporate manager, really hates Stroby, the former intern she's partnered up with. It seems like a lot of information to be getting on with. Let's see if I can put some of it together. That's amazing, Emmy. So this one and this one, yes? Ping. So Blumfinder distracts Stroby but is hiding that fact, and in group context they're pretending to be a couple. It's almost like they want people to think they're having an affair while secretly disliking one another. A fake affair. This thing keeps getting weirder and weirder. I'll go and see what else I can dig up. That's it, right? These probably do not match up. Bing. Meh. See, I wish Escape just closed this book and not brought me all the way back here. Was that another scream? Sounded like it came from sounded like it came from in front of the dance room. Another duck. I better get moving. What's inside that ugly little statue? What is inside that ugly statue? Oh my gosh, is that blood? It seems to be ketchup from the buffet. Did anyone see who did it? How dare they call my statuette ugly? What does it mean, dude? There's a ketchup thief on the loose. All the shouting's upsetting Chicken. Who on earth is Chicken? My pet parakeet. Why is your parakeet named Chicken? Because he's a scaredy cat. We don't know, Emmy. I'm not sure when it's set. I doubt it though. I think it's mostly new characters. Minus a... Actually, when is it set? Oh, is it the story of two? Oh, in that case, yes. Now there's a cat involved. Someone has called my statue ugly. Hey. What's going on? Can't you see? Not content with stealing my statue, the culprit is now trying to besmirch his memory. Just what kind of games being played here? Time to listening on some conversations. Maybe someone will let something slip. I just can't imagine why someone would be acting like this. First stealing Elvira's statue, now writing strange notes on the walls. We're meant to be on holiday. As if we haven't even been through enough already with all the drama in the last few weeks. Did anyone see who wrote the message? Who was the first person to discover it? I found it first. There was nobody else in the corridor. It gave me a fright. The perfect crime, no witnesses. I'll ask to prove there's any kind of security footage. We have to get to the bottom of this. I'll come with you. I have some questions on my own. Yeah, I'm very curious I'm curious which characters will make an appearance in the story and what references there'll be. We'll find out, I guess, soon enough. Clearly he was someone with no respect for the cleaning staff. Darling, none of us should be worried about the cleaning staff. Without mess, they wouldn't have a job. Without a mess. Or actually, without mess is technically correct. Just weird. I don't think that's quite how it works. What does it mean anyway? How could something be inside the statue? Is it hollow? Of course it's hollow. It's fine Tuscan earthenware. Don't you know anything? Well, in that case, I suppose the obvious question is, what's inside it? Nothing. It's empty. There's only a very small opening in the base, and you wouldn't be able to fit much inside it. Now, this note seems to be saying there's something in it. Utter nonsense. And she laughed. So the statue has something hidden in the base. There's no one else to talk to here. Oh, there is. I've got the munchies. I'm gonna find a snack. I'm gonna stretch my legs on deck. I need to cool down after all this excitement. Yeah, what she said. I want a snack too. Let's go, Blondfinda. Whatever you say. She hesitated before going. Right, time for me to poke around a little and see what I can learn. If Haskel's gone to talk to the captain, he'll be on floor 0, and Ghibli wanted to stretch her legs. I bet that means she's up on floor 2, near the viewing deck. I'll try to talk to both of them before the next dance lesson. And also everyone else. Incredible, really? What's incredible, sir? I was just looking at my hands. These are the hands that invented the guitar solo. And I get to use them to pick my nose. Just breathtaking. You mind if I ask you something? About the secrets of the perfect riff? Sorry, dude, I'm taking these truths to my grave. Gotta protect the legacy. Is that a free weekend of Dome Keeper? You should definitely try it then. Know about one of the other couples who was so helpful earlier, talking about Hasker. On matters of this earthly realm, I'm an open book. Who do you want to know about? Yeah, you should. I know. I said it in an encouraging way. I was hoping to ask about Troby and Blondfinda. Oh, those two lovebirds? Well, it's some good old-fashioned corporate sleaze right there. Ever since they started having their affair, the Troby's gone from intern to management. Blondfinda's pushing him right up the corporate ladder. She's senior management bolero after all. And hey, who am I to judge? If Troby's happy with his new job, where's the harm? I asked whether this kind of thing is normal at Boleros. What, people advancing their careers by any means possible? Sure, it's a doggy-dog world in the chocolate industry. But you must never let a dog actually eat chocolate, it's bad for them. So Blondfinda is obviously the murderer, right? Bing. Blondfinda is the murderer and Troby is blackmailing her to get promotions. Is everything okay? Why the long face? Huh? No comment. Oh wait, it's only the dance instructor. Sorry, I'm feeling a little on edge. I then spoke to the captain and he told me there were no ship's crew on that deck when the message was written. How can you know for sure? The entire crew was gathered in a hall for a training seminar, which means the message must have been written by one of the family after the dance lesson. Exactly. It was one of us, or you, like me. Could be me. Right, let's think about what I've learned. Tragus told me earlier that the company has a dark secret. And now we got one of the suspects writing notes on the wall about dark secrets. So it must be the case that whoever wrote the note is trying to intimidate the others. What's the specific threat that they're implying? Is it that they're going to reveal the secret to the public? If that was the case, then why all the dramatics? There's no need to scrawl threatening messages on the wall. Anyway, what's certain is that someone is using company secrets to threaten the others. I think they put some more clues together here. Oh, it's not? That's it. Someone's threatening the others using company secrets and the statue is hollow. So perhaps someone hid some sort of evidence in the statue and someone else stole it to hide the evidence. Secrets within secrets. I don't have the whole picture yet, but it will certainly explain some things. No, it wouldn't. That's a pretty bad conclusion. And the watchman was on the stairs all night long. If anyone had come this way, they would have been caught. Are you sure that's what the captain said? Certain. Have you learned anything new about this precious statuette? Just beside myself with worry. Oh, my darling Jean, you're clearly a man of good taste. I'm afraid we must brace ourselves for bad news. Well, Hildara's room is right here. When a thief, Typo, made their escape, there were only two ways they could have gone. Right towards the elevator in the main hall, or left towards the end of the corridor. The only thing that way is a door to the deck. And we just learned that the stairs had a night watchman posted. So the thief must have gone out to the deck. Which means they almost certainly threw my beloved statuette overboard. What makes you so certain? Because of the perversity of the criminal mind here, how could he have resisted? Imagine, you're a sneak thief holding in your hands a delicate, innocent statuette, and before you is a deep blue sea. You mustn't underestimate the criminal capacity for wanton destruction. Alas, my dear LCBS now surely sleeps beneath the waves. Or they just made their escape onto the deck. From there, they could have gone anywhere on the ship. Sweet, naive Emmeline. Hildara's theory doesn't make any sense, but it's useful to know that there was a night watchman on the stairs. Haskell did mention he was on the deck seasick. Now there is this talk about watchman. You just told me exactly which clues to pick. Hildara thinks the statuette must have been thrown into the sea. But that doesn't make sense because Haskell was on deck all night with seasickness. He would have seen the thief. So the thief didn't go to the deck from Hildara's room. And they didn't go into the main hall because there was a night watchman there. So the statuette must still be in that corridor somewhere. I can't exactly search all the rooms, but perhaps I can figure out where it is. Let's see if I can put some facts together. Of course, Tragus heard noises in the air vents last night. He thought it was the squirrels coming to get him, but everyone knows the squirrels only travel by air. He must have heard the thief hiding the statue. He must be in the vents. I could go check now, but it's nearly time for the private lesson. It isn't going anywhere and I don't want to cause a disturbance. I'll recover it after I've seen what I can learn from the private lesson. Right, time for the private lesson. After everything I've learned, I have the most questions about Troby and Blondfinda. Why are they projecting that they're having an affair, when really Blondfinda dislikes him? And if the affair is a sham, typo, then how come she's been advancing his corporate career? I'll ask them to meet me in the dance studio, then see what I can get out of them. I think I saw them headed for the dining hall. Yes, you did. What's this? I read Moby Dick when I was younger. I always envied Captain Ahab. An amazing character, he existed for one reason only, to hunt the white whale. I didn't know what my purpose in life was back then and I envied him his clarity of vision. You could say that finding out what my white whale was my white whale. And the Herman Melville who wrote Moby Dick, I guess he had a purpose too. Maybe the real white whales are the whales we ride along the way. No, rejected. There we go. Get out, yeah. Going back to dining hall. Excuse me, can I offer you two a private dance lesson? Oh gosh, please not right now. Nah, let's do it. Troby, must we? Can't we just sit here in silence and look at the sea? I want to dance, Blondfinda. Let's go with the nice man. Fine. We'll meet you in the studio. Yep. Something's definitely wrong. Something definitely wrong about the spelling here and those two. This is a blackmail situation for sure. Off we go to the dance lesson. Thanks for joining me, you two. For today's private lesson, I thought we'd do some more work on the English waltz, because it's still the only dance I know. We're just happy to be here. Isn't that right, Blonde Finda? It sure is, Trophy. Okay, let's push them a little. What other moves can I remember? I know. Twinkles. This is a fun, cheerful kind of move. What if I make them do twinkles over and over again and see if that has any effect on their mood? I can use the same move repeatedly after all. Force a cheer atmosphere with repeated twinkles. Sorry, what are twinkles? Just these things, probably. Oh wait, no. Oh, if I can hover here. Twinkle to promenade. Promenade to counter prompt twinkle. Counter prompt twinkle to close. Counter prompt to prompt twinkle. Counter prompt to prompt twinkle. It's weird that I can't remove just one piece. I have to reset the entire thing. Alright, Blumfinda and Trophy. Let's do some twinkles. Remember, start dancing after I say go. You poor souls. Okay, everything else can go. Except that one, or I would have failed it. Nice. So yeah, I just have to get a score above 0. Anything interesting happening here? Blumfinda looks like she's struggling with the new moves. Everything alright there, Blumfinda? Yes, fine, I'm just worn out my arms a little. I've just worn out my arms a little as well. These twinkles are making me sore. Oh really? How did that happen? Have you been doing some heavy lifting? I didn't say that. No worries, let's move on to the next figure. Interesting, how did she strain her arms, I wonder? I've learned something interesting there, but it's not enough. I need to really get to the bottom of what's going on in this relationship. I need to strain it. Let's ramp it up by making a maximally complicated dance that uses all the moves I can remember. Goodness freaking gracious. Alright, we start with this. Go here. Go here. Go here. 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 Oops. Oh, where does this fit? Oh, it's this thing. Here. I guess I still have to fill it up. This dance won't work. They need to end up in the same spot as the oh, come on. You don't have to erase the whole damn thing for that. Start here. This. From here. No, not this. Start here. Do this. From here. This. Move. This again, this. I have to start with this, do this. So right now I have a +2, +1, 0, and then one of these to fill it up. Let's try an even faster song to really pile under pressure. Bye! Amazing! Even though we didn't do anything for the second part. I hear them whispering. Let me try to understand what they're saying. Are you okay there, Troby? You seem to be stumbling. I'm fine, I just need to. Damn it! Can you watch where you're putting your feet? We can take a break if you want to. Perhaps you need a little breather. No, it's not me that's the problem here, it's just that. Ow! Should we stop? Just for a moment so we can find our footing? No, quiet, I'm in charge here, okay? Let's just figure the dance out. Okay, Troby, whatever you say. Wow, he's really throwing a tantrum, and she seems almost scared of him. I'll call the lesson to a stop here. I don't want to push this any further. Okay, that's all we have time for today. Thank you for coming. Wow, that was intense. There's something of those two for sure. I must have enough facts to put this all together now. It doesn't look good for Troby. Blomfinda must have given him all these promotions because she's afraid of him. They all think she's promoting because they're a couple, but actually he's blackmailing her. It's the only thing that makes sense. Their entire relationship is a smokescreen. Despicable. What else can I connect? Oh. Really not that. Tie your arms with what? This? Ah, so the reason Blomfinda's arms are tired is because she had to do some heavy work. Getting the statuette up into those vents. Loosening all those high-up screws will certainly give me sore arms. So Blomfinda was the one who stole the statuette from Hildaria. But why? Oh, come on! So I have reason to believe the statue contains evidence of a dark company secret, and now I know that Blomfinda stole it last night. She probably wanted to throw it overboard to dispose of the evidence. But because Haskell wasn't dead, so she had to hide it. So had to hide it in the vents instead. She's trying to protect the company by getting rid of the evidence. Of course, that's it. It all makes sense. That stinker Troby has some kind of evidence of wrongdoing at the company. Blomfinda doesn't want the secret to come out, and so he's been blackmailing her using the secret as leverage. That explains his rapid promotions and Blomfinda's fearful attitude. So last night, Blomfinda must have somehow learned that the evidence is hidden in the statuette and contrived a plan to steal it. With the evidence gone, she'll be free of this troublesome Troby. I guess that's one way to check them right. Time to go find the statue. But I'll be accused of the theft if I do that. Aha, what do we have here? Looks like a ballerina statuette to me. Ugly thing. Now, if my deductions are correct, there should be something hidden inside it. And I was correct. Look what we have here. It's a sheet of microfilm. This is proper spy movie stuff. I haven't seen one of these since the 60s. I'll need a special machine to find out what's on it. For now, I'll just pocket it. Now I guess I'll be accused of theft. That's my lemon china ballerina statuette. Did you have to scream? You gave me a fright. I was excited. I never thought I'd see that statue again. Where did you find it? Hidden in the vents. Turned out your thief didn't throw it overboard after all. Well, my dear, I'm eternally in your debt for saving my most precious possession. Really, ma'am, it's nothing. I take my work as a ballroom dance instructor very seriously. Sometimes that involves finding missing treasures. You're very clever. Truly the greatest dance instructor we've ever had. I won't forget this kindness. She really didn't have to scream, but I'm glad I could help. What's the sound? Right on cue. The demo will end here, right? Probably, right? Damn, you've made my life a lot more complicated. I'm sure I don't understand what you mean. Cut the crap. You might have the others fooled, but it's obvious to me what's going on here. What, I'm supposed to believe the dance instructor found the statue that I hid in the vans last night? I know what you really are. You're a detective. You got me. So now what? Now I expose you, of course. I'll tell the others that you're here under false pretenses, and I have you thrown off the ship. I don't think you'll do that. Oh? Why shouldn't I tell the others they're really a detective? Because then I'll have no choice but to expose you as a statue thief. Fine, I won't tell anyone. For now. Perhaps we're on the same side in any case. I think it's obvious why you're really here. You think one of us killed Stephanie. Bingo. And so I suppose you know that she was my sister. Man, I wish the chief had given me better case files. Indeed I do. Or at least I do now. And I suppose everyone on this cruise is a suspect because all 8 of us were there in the house the night she was killed. Correct. Well, in that case, perhaps I can help you. We can be allies. I can be your corporate manager on the inside. I help you find the killer, and in doing so, clear my own name. But what if you are the killer? Detective, Stephanie was my sister. We grew up together. As little girls, we were inseparable. All my life, I've looked up to her. We spent our lives running Bolero together. I love her. She was the only member of my family I found tolerable. And now without her, I'm alone. I didn't kill her. It's as simple as that. But I can help you find whoever did. Perhaps we can build some trust. Tell me, why did you steal the statue? Fine. It all started late last night when a mysterious note got shoved under my cabin door. A note? What did it say? It just said, Troby hid the evidence in Hildaria's statuette. That's all. It wasn't signed. Do you still have the note? No, I destroyed it. I'm not fool enough to leave that kind of thing lying around. It seemed like someone was playing with me, but if it was true, then I had a chance to get an awful weasel off my back once and for all. You see, he started as an intern, a smug, uppity, ambitious one. One day during his internship, there was an accident that led to him getting hold of a piece of microfilm. On the microfilm was information about a company that must stay secret, and he's been using them to blackmail me ever since. He's made us pretend to be a couple to get close to the family. I hate him. It was humiliating seeing people speculate about us, defending my decision to promote him, give him money, power, influence. But I'd do anything to protect the family and anything to protect Bolero. So what happened when you broke into Hildaria's room? I broke into Hildaria's room while she was sleeping. I escaped the statue, but disaster! I couldn't take it with me. There was a night watchman down one corridor, and Husker, that fool, out here on deck being sick. And if either Husker or that night watchman caught me, I'd be in serious trouble. And so I did the only thing I could think of. I couldn't destroy the thing, so I hid it up in that vent. Nearly pulled a muscle prying the hatch open. I planned to return to it this evening and dispose of it once and for all, but... Well, now you've rather put paid to that idea. Only one thing really matters to me. What happened to the microfilm? Did you give it back to Hildaria? No, I took it. It's in my pocket right now. Evil Blondfinda. No, she's misunderstood. You should destroy it. I can't. I need to know what's in it. You could save me some time by telling me what it all means. That's the one thing I won't do for you. You should destroy it. It won't help you find the killer. Who told you about the dark secret? Honestly, can't anyone in this family keep their mouth shut? The secrets and the microfilm came out will tarnish Stephanie's legacy forever. So it wasn't you who wrote the catch-up message on the wall this afternoon? No, it wasn't. It must have been the same person who sent me the note the night before. Sounds like unmasking a mysterious note writer is my next task then. Just tell me one thing, detective. How did you figure it out? Fingerprints, forensic tests, surveillance equipment? Nah, none of that modern rubbish. So how did you do it? Well, it's simple really. You just line up the pieces. And watch the dance play out. There's a bird on the head here. Bird on the lady's head. Dance Dance Detective, a game by Blue Tango Stream. Thank you for playing the demo. We hope you enjoyed it. If you liked it, why not wishlist the game on Steam? Feel free to let us know what you thought. Blue Tango Stream. Thanks. The game was very streamlined. It was very straightforward. I liked that the dance, that the rhythm segment wasn't too difficult. In fact, it was very easy. But some people are going to complain about that as well. Because there's not much of a game to this. There's no like, put the clues together. And there is a little bit, but it's very light. But it's not necessarily a bad thing. It's kind of straightforward, but yeah, it's linear, yeah. It's straightforward, but it's interesting. The story is interesting. The idea of the dance detective is interesting. But I'm not certain if interesting is enough. It depends how the story goes. Anyway, it was a fun one. It was a fun demo. I liked it. Okay, if you like this game, wishlist it as well. The game is called Dance Dance Detective. It's our second demo of 4, maybe 3 today. Let's hop over to the third one while we still have time. I'm gonna stop this YouTube recording.